Hello everybody and welcome back to Spelunky 2 day 14. Let's hope it's a little bit luckier than yesterday, which did actually turn out to be a tad bit cursed, but we did okay. I still feel like we learned a good few lessons. Will we remember them? That's another question for another day, to be honest. But for now, 69. Yeah, I missed 69 followers. We're at 71 now. But the walls are shifting, and here we are. And already, hazard spotted, dealt with. Hazard dealt with. Good start. We can drop down here. It's always safe. Well, I shouldn't say it's always safe. You should probably check, but there's basically always one of these. The only time it wasn't was when there was a punch thing here, so you couldn't push it back because of the punch totem, and that was a little bit scary. But generally speaking, it's pretty safe. Okay, feeling good as we head on our first run. You know what? The warm-up run is always a little bit funky, but I'm feeling this one. I think it could go very well for us. We'll see if that actually ends up being true. Now, plan here is to deal with this bat because it's the one thing that's a threat. There is of course a mole, which can be dangerous. I don't really want to throw Monty into a bunch of nonsense. So, and by a bunch of nonsense I do mean spikes. Sure, it would be bad for him. Monty. Oh, we got him. I was like, I bet I can pick him up without hitting that, because I didn't want to whip Monty unnecessarily. That would just be silly. Okay, now there is a punch totem there. We do need to be careful of that. Let's grab this and oh, hello. Right. This is a little bit dangerous. Let's work out. We can just go down and then right. Monty, you've got to be more careful, my dude. Okay, we've got plenty of time. Sacrifice the dog and upgrade to a cat. I could, if I wanted, upgrade to the cat. But here's the thing, Simon. I feel more comfortable sacrificing a dog. This is the dark secret. I feel more comfortable sacrificing a dog than I would if we had a cat. So, Monty is going to stay with us for now. He prefer an upgrade to a falcon. It's very... Whoa, hello. People getting into all sorts of trouble down there with arrow traps. Okay, just keep an eye out for this bat. It's going to have to be an up throw. Oh, no. It's okay, he didn't poison us. To be honest, I'm a little surprised that hit us. I think we must have just dropped down slightly awkwardly. You need to be very wary about this mole, because of course the moles are a nightmare. That went impeccably, let's say. So what went wrong there? Well, I didn't jump far enough, to be honest. Don't need to deal with this, but let's do it just to be safe. I do want this key. We'll throw that up there. It might come in handy to have an arrow to drop on people's heads. The key's pretty good to throw at people, but for some reason in my head, I looked at that arrow trap and I said, oh yeah, it shoots downwards. And I don't know why, because they've never done that. It was the bat. I saw the bat and I was like, oh, that's fine, because the arrow trap won't fire until we go below it. That's never been a thing in Spelunky. It wasn't a thing in Spelunky 1. Gotta watch out for cobra pots. Yeah, you do have to watch out for cobra pots. They're very dangerous. Look, I've got no excuses for that, other than that it's the warm-up run. I know I said the warm-up run would be better, and it maybe was, until then. But that was a costly error. Let's say that. Anyway, Simon, good to see you. I hope you're doing very well. And Martin, of course. Hope your Friday is going alright. It's the weekend. Wow, it doesn't feel like it should be the weekend. I don't know why. This week's felt strange. But we made it to Friday and to the weekend. Yeah, I do want to get that. I kind of want to grab Monty before he gets... okay, he's fine. Yeah, so before he gets into an arrow trap or some kind of trouble, we'll throw him over there. Make sure that we don't get into trouble. Okay. Now we should go across this way first, because we won't be able to come back if... at least not without using a rope. So... okay, there is an emerald. We should grab the emerald, really. That's not an emerald, it's a sapphire. Listen. Gems. Gems are gems. I worked it out. I'm not a gem specialist. Okay. Go under this. Perfect. Okay. 1-1 complete. 10,000 gold. 5 hearts. And a throwable. That is, what we call the Northern Lion World 1 goals. Interesting. So he didn't actually aggro. It's interesting how height works. We were talking the other day about how when you're on a turkey, you're not actually considered to be too high for the purposes of, like, 2 squares high for the purposes of arrow traps and the like. Which is a little bit weird. But, we'll get this guy to come down. Sorry about that one, buddy. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that to happen, but it did. I feel hard done by there. I think you can throw these guys from here and they'll bounce down, yeah. So you just need the bigger body, basically. Yeah, the famous blue emerald. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a more valuable emerald. That's how you know. Okay, interesting. Yang is here. I guess our path down is over this way. It is. Hey Tom, how are you doing? How is your Friday going? Okay, Monty, are you safe down there? He should... yeah, he should be safe-ish. Just make sure he's not going to run into a punching trap. No, he's fine. And we do have to be wary of moles here. That's not a good way to avoid them. Oh dear. Actually, you're not going to run off that edge. You will run off that edge, though. That's way too much damage. That was very bad. And this mole is going to come in here. Shopkeeper is going to shoot at him. So let's just get out of trouble. Hey, Scientologist. Hope you're doing well. Off for your dinner, but job to follow. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Hope you enjoy your dinner. Okay, I don't like this at all. Oh man. Okay, I thought we'd be safe there. All right, time to get serious. Time to get spicy. We had 5 hearts going into World 2. That's what we wanted. The next goal is to keep those 5 hearts going into World 3. Or at least most of them. You know. But hey, listen, if we didn't have 5 hearts, we would have died much sooner. Does that make a difference? Probably not. There's so many moles. Why are there so many moles? I hate this. Okay. There's not even anything over here. We'll take the dead body with us. It might come in handy. You never know when you need a rat. Okay. Kind of want this. Shouldn't be too dangerous. There we go. That's something we should be able to do. So rat's not going to come with us, but we'll head out. Am I going to take another dead turkey to yang today? No, so we've learned, there you go, we learned our lesson about dead turkeys to yang. I'm a spice mouse. I need to become a spice rat. Also, I'm calling them rats, but they are moles. But I suppose rat is probably closer than beaver, which is what we were calling them. I'm going to buy the paste. But there are bombs there. I would kind of like those bombs if we have a chance to get them. Don't love this. This may end up being a rope jobby. Well, somehow we avoided taking the damage. That's my hot tech, is you avoid taking the dart damage by being in iframes from being hit by a snake. We still don't have a throwable, but there is a skull here. And a skull will probably do. If it doesn't, we can go get that key. There we go. Okay, this is one of the nicest keys I've ever seen. Perfect. Right by the Ujatai. Yeah, or badger. I didn't say badger, okay? Let's establish that now. Set the record straight. At no point did I actually call them badgers. Wow. I couldn't do anything there. I was just stunned. It's going to be another one of those days, huh? Actually, I don't need to be over there. I'm not going that way. There's arrow traps, there's nonsense. Let's just not deal with it. We don't need to. Smart play. There's a badger of honor. There's a badger of honor. I've already given that joke more recognition than it probably deserved, but there we are. Monty, do we actually want to go down here? No. I mean, we could get the gold, I guess. Monty, you stay there. Sorry about that one, Charlemagne. I kind of want that rock. It's a little bit risky. There we go. I don't know if we'll actually come back to get the rock, but it might come in handy. Ah, there's an arrow here. We'll probably just use the arrow. Let's bring this with us. Chuck it down there. Perfect. You appreciate my time. It's very kind of you. Okay, there's a spider. Drop on this guy. Kill the spider. Just check what's down below us. Just the exit. I don't know if there's like a time limit on how long moles stay underground when they go underground. I've noticed if they go down a one high hole. That was less good than it should have been. I'm too worried about not chucking Monty. Oof. Monty! Careful, my dude. I'm too worried about not chucking Monty, and it's actually getting me in trouble sometimes. Okay, we do need to be careful here because of that snake. So I'm going to be a little bit slow. We've got enough time. That's bad. I should have gone up above. I should have jumped up to the one above. That would have been much smarter. That was a real, mean thing, though. Okay, you're just going to drop down, and then I can get you to jump down here. There we go. Okay, so far so good. So far we have not made it out the mines, but it's okay. It's early days. We're living, laughing, and learning, right? That's what the kids say these days. I would like that box. I love a crate. A web gun. Interesting. I don't necessarily love a web gun. but we'll bring it with us for now. Do we want to go over there? Not really. It's a little bit of gold, but I don't think it's worth it. Whenever you watch I Don't Get to World 4, yeah, it's all on, it's the curse, the Martin curse. This shop is not great, which is probably for the best, because we don't have any money. So let's just move on, and head down. I guess the thing today, we've been setting ourselves goals, and we didn't have any goals, so I would like, you know what, we started exploring Volcana. I would maybe like to continue exploring Volcana a bit more. Given the option. Okay, what's down here? Can we get the key from down here? No. Let's leave that there for a sec. Wow, this key is nowhere to be seen. Okay, well, we're just going to have to head down, I think. This is a nightmare. How is it not already fired? Okay, that's fine. It's a little bit of a safety play there, but I feel okay about it. Just because... Okay, there is our key in a very awkward situation. And now we've come too far down to get back up to it. So maybe we just, I kind of want my rock back though. We can get our rock, this is fine. Maybe we just cut our losses, because we only have 2 ropes. That's good practice, just jumping over the ball. Yeah, we need some pace. So you can cook bombs and throw them up, which is something. So if I'd had a bit more stuff, I would have been tempted to cook the bombs and throw them up. I jumped. Why did I jump? That was complete. That was just a fat finger. For some reason, I hit the jump button. Anna doesn't want to be here, I don't think. She's had a rough time. There's always more snakes. Right, arrow trap. Be mindful of the arrow trap. You know what our goal is for today? Not to run into stupid things. Arrow trap. Another arrow trap. Be nice and sensible. What do we see? Mole and a bat. There we go. Tech. What do we see? 2 spiders and a caveman, and a spider up here. Now we could go over there. There's not really a great deal over there, it doesn't seem like. Remember, it took you almost 2 hours to do that last boss. That's true. That was a good time, though. I feel like... and we made it. Ultimately, isn't success the true moniker of success? Sorry, Monty. Just a little whap on the butt. Okay. Monty. Monty. Okay, that's fine. Ideally, I was hoping to get him before that. Please stop prioritizing arrows over my pet. I hate it. I feel like the dog should be the high priority target there. I get why they get you to pick up like arrows first, because you can throw arrows into enemies. I think I took damage there because I landed on the turkey. Although maybe I didn't take damage. If I did land on the turkey, maybe the turkey took the hit for me. It's weird. I feel like you flash when you land on a turkey and it takes damage. Classic outcome bias. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. But yes, so there is a priority to how things are picked up in Spelunky 2. So it will pick up arrows before it will pick up rocks, for example, because arrows are more dangerous. But I feel like... the pet, you can throw the pet and it doesn't hurt the pet to do so. So it's basically a weapon. But also, as well as being a weapon, it's a thing you might want to carry with you and get away. Yang? Look out, dude. It's like trying to heal with mercy. It prioritizes people with almost full health, yeah. Like, you gotta have some target priority. Like, I kind of wish you could choose, like, I want the dog. Please don't step on my foot. Thank you. But it was very close to, Okay, there we go. It's the spider fear. It's the fear that gets you. Fear is, as they say, the mind killer. And sometimes it's also the body killer, as we saw there. I was afraid of landing on the... I was afraid of getting hit by the spider, which I wouldn't have done because, you know, you're... you land on the platform, the spider's not going to land on you. The spider's further on. But in my brain, I'm panicking about spiders. What do the dung beetles do? They do very little. It's weird. In the first game, you could use dung beetles to pop arrow traps and stuff. And in this game, they don't. The small creatures don't pop arrows. Bonk. Which is weird. I don't know quite why they changed. I don't know quite why they changed it. That's fine, actually. It worked out all right because of this. Okay. Now there is an arrow trap down there. But it's fine. There's a mole. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the stream. You missed a lot of excitement, a lot of hot pro plays, I can assure you. Okay, we can get this sapphire, we can get this gold, we can not jump into that arrow trap. Or we could jump into the arrow trap, but let's not. There is another arrow trap down there, which I'm a little bit wary of. How are we doing for time? We've got plenty of time. Go down. There we go. There we go. Clean. We got to World 10, yes, spoilers. Please, no spoilers for Kyle. He's not as far through the game. Okay, spider. Right. What hazards are lying in our way today? Not too much, not too much. Monty is down there. We can get down from Monty, so it's okay to go over here. We'll proceed with caution. Be wary of this guy. Okay, well that gold's gone, but we didn't need it, it's fine. Need to eventually do Spelunky 2 on OBS, so we can get overlays to show the time better. Is the time hard to see? I can make the time bigger, if it's hard to see. I feel like you don't need an overlay for the time. You just, it's like the thing is what it is, right? If it's hard to see, I'll make it bigger. But I feel like it's not too bad. Monty, I wish you wouldn't run around so much. I really do. Okay, and we're going to head back the way we came. Victim blaming. Look, if he stood still, he wouldn't be dead. Alright? That's all I'm saying. If he was capable of just staying where he was put, then maybe he'd be with us right now. I would have liked to have Monty here with us. But unfortunately, he decided it was more important for him to be 20 feet to the left. In a spike pit. I'm sorry, Monty. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. But boy, do I wish you would stand still sometimes. Yeah, I saw that one coming. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. I would kind of like... We got loads of bombs, so we're going to break that turkey, but I was going to say I'd kind of like a skull to take with us, but we didn't get one. Idol. The idol's not new. I mean, maybe you haven't seen it before. I feel like the idol's fairly common, but you may just not have been here for any idol runs. We'll get the old spectacles. Why not? I love the spectacles. They remind me of myself. I just had to check to see if I was wearing my glasses there. I don't know if you glasses fiends out there have the same issue. Where you're like, wait, am I wearing my glasses? What did I do with my glasses? And you are wearing them. You just sort of forgot somehow. This guy already got hurt. You can tell because he's doing the big eye bleed. This thing went off. Don't like you, sir. Okay, you've run off. That's fine. I'm going to whip you and bring you over here because it'll be a little bit safer to mount you. I'm going to calm down. There we go. You once took off your glasses to hear someone better but left your earphones in. That's fantastic. I don't know that we actually need to go over there. There's a little bit of gold, but I don't really think it's a prudent idea to head over there. Okay, there is the turkey man, our friend Yang. He's got some rocks. I would love one of your rocks, Yang. He's very close to danger. I just want to throw a rock in this hole. There we go. I think we actually did deal with the lizard. I do want to deal with this mole before we... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We've got plenty of time. Oh, why did I only pick... I thought I picked the turkey up. Oh, I haven't tamed it. That's why. Okay, that's fine. We have time to do this. We can take the turkeys to Yang. Oh. He's very excited. Right, let's hope he doesn't have a bomb that blows up his entire shop this time. He does have a cape, though. What is up there? We got 20 seconds. If I can... For some reason, I find it more difficult to platform up here. Hello. It's a caveman. Turkey? Fantastic. Monty? Fantastic. Thanks very much, sir. Right, we need to get out of here. We are running a little low on time. We should be fine. We do need to be careful. Okay, no throwable. That's fine. Cooked turkey so cheap. It is. I mean, you could steal from him. He is a caveman. But who am I to rob an honest business? A spider for a spider, as they say. See, it's just as well we've got that health, to be honest. Because apparently we're getting ourselves in trouble. Put this down here. And a whip. Nice and clean. Check for traps. No traps, just this skeleton. This guy shouldn't attack us. We're above him. They don't see above them. Actually, we can go down. It's fine. We don't really need to deal with him. We do have a lot of health. That's not going to save us from old Brutus Beefcake here, so we do need to be careful. Buddy? Well, I guess it worked. Perfect. Okay. Let's just make a move. Let's just make a move. That was very nice. Yeah, that went better than expected, to be honest. Okay. There's some hired help. I believe we've already got the NPC from the area. So, do need to be wary of lava danger. Oh, that's a little bit scary. But we made it. Be wary of the rock pounds. Okay, there is a pet shop. What happened? Yang, I didn't do that, my dude. You gotta understand. Oh, I cooked the turkey though. I want that cooked turkey. It's not worth the trouble. It's just not worth the trouble. We'll leave Yang to his sadness. Haha! I shouldn't have laughed at that. That's only going to get me killed. I'm keeping an eye out for those weird, like, flame toads that sometimes appear in the lava. Oh god, there's a... oh, that was very dangerous. You know, I really don't need to be over here. I was hoping that we'd find something of interest. There wasn't anything of interest. I don't know why that keeps coming down. There must be something above that's activating it. Love to pound my rock. Beautiful. Oh yes. Okay, well, we can send the drill down. Why not? I heard a lot of things explode there. That's not good. You know, it's not great, if I'm honest. I feel like following a lava drill is just... it's just asking for trouble. You can't get away with that. Look, I've got no excuses on that one. That was just poor. Okay, there's still a lot of lava everywhere. Let's go down this way. Feel okay about that. Have you found the guy that gives you a diamond before going in Vampire Town? I found the guy that gives you a diamond, but not before, like, directly going to Vampire Town. I don't like anything about this, to be honest. That's just going to send more lava down, which I'm actually not sure is helpful. But it is a thing that I've done. What if I put a bomb here? That will, like... okay, that's not it's not going to get rid of the lava. You know, Vampire Town's very nice, but I think it's a write-off at this point. There's so much down there. I know we wasted a few bombs, but let's just do the moon challenge and have a good time. Let's just have a nice time. Isn't that what we're here for, really? Also, I'm not here to unplug every secret. I think, you know, we're not quite there yet. I would like, hypothetically, to unplug all the secrets at some point. But it's not going to be a day 14 event. For now, let's just count our lucky stars and take the health that we have and go on an adventure. Beautiful. So far, so good. Let's keep on mining down this way. Get ourselves a nice emerald. some more ropes. Always very handy. We've actually got pretty good resources at the moment. I do need to be careful about that because that is a too high jump and I don't want to get ourselves trapped down here, even though we have ropes. You know, you don't want to get yourself trapped unnecessarily. If we can get down to this crate, that would be really nice. I feel like we're right at the end of our mattock at this point. Okay. Yet again, more ropes. Love some ropes. There we go. Challenge completed. You found the guy in 3-1 before. He didn't seem to care about the crown when you took... Okay, interesting. Yeah, I suppose that could have been a thing to do with the crown. I still don't know what happens with the crown. I'm sure people have worked that one out already. But, can I even get across there now? Probably. I do have a cape. Oh, what's this? We need some cape practice. So let's briefly get a bit of cape practice. That feels good. So you have to push it a second time. You can't press once and hold. That's an important distinction. You have to press the jump button and then press again, and then hold. Press it once to jump and then press and hold it. I would kind of love to go that way, but also I'm a little wary about blowing open that. So let's not go that way. Let's go around. We've got a bit of time. These things are not dangerous as long as you don't touch them. Which is easier said than done, I suppose, but... Oh, hello. Also, you move, like, weirdly fast with the cape. There he is! There's the frog boy! You know, I should have seen that one coming. We did that yesterday. That was foolish. I wanted to drain the lava and see if I could find the frog boy. Oh dear. Yeah, you'd think I'd have learned the lesson. If you stand next to... It doesn't feel like you should, right? It feels like when you throw a bomb, like, it should throw forward. But if you're, like, here... then it doesn't, and then you get yourself in trouble. That was a minorly wasted bomb, but it was for the purposes of demonstration, so we'll allow it this time. Wow, he just went straight back in. He's like, oh, this is a dead end, I don't want to be here. Okay, so let's make a move. So far, so good. I would kind of like the ghost pot. The 1-1 ghost pot is very nice, if you can get it. The 1-1 mole, less so. Piss off, you heathen. Yeah, that's what we like. Getting stuck. Okay. We can get back up here to that pot, that's fine. Okay, the exit's over the other side. See, we didn't really make a lot of money here, but we have the ghost pot. So we can make a bit more cashola. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pot over here so that we can break it and the ghost will come in that side. Give us a few more seconds to get away. Beautiful. Vlad's cape is even weirder. You have to press 3 times to jump. Yeah, I have seen someone using Vlad's cape, and it seems... Oh, there's a spider up there. Nice try, buddy. Spiders don't stop arrow traps. But the big boys do. I mean, you know what? I'm just going to write off that gold. I don't think it's particularly safe. Hey, you win some, you lose some. This time, we're a winner. I feel like trying to get like the right height for an up angle throw is quite difficult sometimes. That's something I would like to be better at, is judging those. I feel like my throw judging when I'm standing still is not bad, but my throw judging, he'll get up quickly. We'll grab this rock. I kind of want to kill him while he's in this little dead end, just so he doesn't cause us any more problems. There we go. Not that he's caused us any problems yet, but he'd be inclined to, I'm sure. Right, let's head down this way. Key is here. Don't love that. That guy is asleep. Not anymore. Now, well, I suppose he is kind of asleep, but in a different way. Right, where is this key? Where does this key go? Does it go over here somewhere? No. Must be over the other side. Let's see what's in the shop. A bomb box. I would love that. Thank you very much. Ah, the key's just down here. That's fine. We got ample time. Don't need to be reckless. Check what's down below us. It's a dead mole. Ooh, there's a secret door. That's weird. That's like bizarrely close. It's almost like there was a secret room here, but then they were like, oh, we've accidentally overlapped it. Is that the shopkeeper's door, maybe? I think it must be. Sometimes the secret doors don't actually line up to where they are in the overworld, which is a little strange. Okay, nice and easy. Whip. No need to be silly. Have a little drink. Beautiful. Okay, our runs have been a little bit smoother as we've gotten on. I feel like one thing I would like to do is have fewer warm-up runs. I feel like my first few runs of the day are often not great. Do you work? No, you don't even care. Okay. Nothing about this is great, to be honest, but that's clean. That's nicely done. There's another one down there. We don't need to worry about it, but we should be careful that it's there. A gun shop. Interesting. Now, if we could get this idol... If I'd stood on the skeleton, it would have been fine. I wanted the idol so we had money for a gun. We did not get money for a gun. Ah, dear oh dear. Okay, one more run and then it's daily time. That's the rules. I don't make the rules, but I do play by them. Okay. Listen, I know what I did there. It was slightly foolish. But again, I have to get used to the timing of jumping on skeletons. It's very awkward. They have quite a tight hitbox. But I feel like I need to get it down because it's too important, because otherwise situations like that are going to keep happening. The alternative is just to never deal with skeletons. I held up there. But I don't want to never deal with skeletons. You ever feel like it's easy to get like betrayed by the controls in like a sense of you think you're holding up on the joystick, but you're not really holding up on the joystick? Why not practice in an idle trap? I mean, that's true, yeah. Maybe not the best place to practice, but the problem is, like, how often do you, is a skeleton like in a too high wall like that? Okay, they're both stuck. Use the D-pad. What is this? 2008. I mean, you're right. Maybe I should, but the problem is, now I'm used to it. It feels weird not to. Like, I used to play on a keyboard, so don't worry. I'm my Spelunky, but it feels so weird. I'm just so not used to using the D-pad anymore. It's been so long. We'll try it. We'll see how it goes. It may be well better. May well be better. It just feels strange. I don't know. It's so flat. Okay, 2 turkeys. That's what we like to see. We'll tame this guy. And we'll go over here. Man, I feel like I felt like that would hit him, but I guess the up hitbox is only behind you. Like, it really is where the whip is. So it's not above you anywhere else. Yeah, so I don't know, something about holding the D-pad just, it feels like I'm not moving fast enough. It's like I'm not pushing the thing as far as I want to go, which is silly because this game doesn't have analog movement, but for some reason in my brain it's like, oh, I'm not pushing. I want to go further left than I'm pressing. Please get them both. Thank you. It was always on the D-pad. What was always on the D-pad? Oh, you assumed you used the stick until you consciously thought about it, and it was your thumb was always on the D-pad. I see. Too busy thinking about D-pads. Okay. Careful. We only have 1 health, but 1 health is more than you need to beat the game. It does feel weird. I'm gonna have to read. I think I probably should use the D-pad. I do think you're right about that, but I'm gonna have to retrain my brain somewhat. So this may be another learning procedure. I would kind of like the paste. Something about it just feels strange to me. But I suspect that's again just unfamiliarity. I'm gonna put this down because I would like to come back up. And we do have to be careful how far down we go, because obviously you've already been shot. So let's just deal with you. Is there anything over here? This is where the shop is. We have to bomb across to this. We may have to bomb across to this. I don't know that that's the cleanest way to do it either, but it is how we've done it. In fact, that's really not a very clean way to do it. Okay, you know what? We got loads of bombs. 1, taco 2, taco 3. That was good, but we didn't have quite the distance. There we are. Bomb down. What? Oh, from above. That's so far around though. Okay, I feel okay about that. I feel like I've learned a little bit. So I'm using the taco approach, popularized by Mouth, of 1 taco 2 taco 3 taco throw, which seems to work okay. It's a little bit. It's not like real seconds. The sort of 2/3 seconds. Like if you use a Mississippi or an elephant, it's too long. It's too much time. We do have to go quite quickly, so let's be mindful of that. But I really, thank you, parachute. There we go. No need to rush. We have the time. Just have to not do anything silly, like go into that arrow trap. Okay, it's already gone off, which it probably would have hit us if it hadn't, but that's fine. Okay, we hear, of course, the beating of drums, signifying that we have made it to 1-4. Nice and clean, nice and simple. Just like Sora taught us. We don't have spiked shoes, so that guy must have been hit by like an arrow trap up top or something and then fallen down, I presume. Just lobbed that right over his head. Now we have paste, which is good for us. There we go. Feel pretty good about that. Nice and clean. Is Monty around? Easily. Okay, we got 14 bombs. So we'll have a quick look. He is on this side. We could go over there and get him, I suppose. We've got time. Oh, the ghost jar. Of course. You know what? Best to be prudent. Hey, look, I got some extra money. It's fine. Monty would have been nice because we do only have 2 health. But I don't mind. I don't mind not getting Monty. Why did you jump so quickly? Who hired you? Okay, we don't want to go that way. That's where it's a nightmare. This way looks a little bit safer. Just looking for hazards. There is a thing down there. We do have plenty of bombs, but it's not going to be plenty for long if we keep using them. Man, these things are like harder to hit than you might think. I'm gonna go over here. I don't even know what hit us there. I saw the lava walk into the shop. I can't look. I'm gonna say that wasn't entirely my fault. I should have seen that the lava had gone into the shop. I don't want to take the full blame for that one, but. As some Spelunky. I think I got shot by the shopkeeper. I think he shot as the thing blew up. Shopkeepers are like incredibly resilient. Maybe I just got hit by something flying out of the shop, but I don't know what it would have been. Okay. That was a sudden end to a weird run. But it was okay. It was okay. Anyway. Daily challenge time. 2nd of October. 2020. Let's do this. Margaret, you already know what time it is. Right, first things first, hazards, none. I'm not actually sure that's completely true, but it was pretty true. I mean, the ghost pot, I guess you could consider a hazard. 500 gold. I'm okay for now. You know, when I don't have enough money to buy the mattock later, you can say, Ken, what about that 500 gold you missed? And I'll say, well, I would have been dead because I would have taken too much damage. I would have taken 2 hearts of damage picking it up. I'm going to drop and catch that ledge because I don't want to deal with that. Okay, we don't need to go back. Monty is there. Monty's very accessible. I'm going to put this down. I'm very wary of the roly boy, so we're going to get away from him. This guy's going to jump off. I'm going to jump up here and then I'm going to whip. And then we're going to grab Monty. We're going to go down hard. This guy's going to run at us. We're going to jump over him. Unfortunately, our pot got broken, but that's fine. We'll take that. Okay, 1 bat, 2 bats, 3 bats. Ha ha ha. Pop this down, not onto anything hazardous. I do kind of want to check over here first, just in case. Okay, 1500 gold, very nice. This is not a bad way to go down. We'll pop this arrow trap. And the key is here. I love the key. Another bat to deal with. We've dealt with him. Don't really need to deal with that spider, but let's check what's over here first. Again, Spelunky, very easy to drop. Spelunky 2 specifically, very easy to drop down, like beyond the... But that was dangerous. Beyond the point of no return, where you need to use ropes to get back. We don't want to do that unnecessarily. So let's get up before we get down. I'm going to drop off here so we don't drop the pot. Be ready to throw it. Throw it. There we go. That mole is very scary. We don't have enough money for the bomb box. And I know what you're going to say. But, you know what? We wouldn't have had enough money for the bomb box anyway. But we could have enough money for the bomb box with just a little, just one simple bomb. Rah! Do I want this emerald? The rare red emerald. Yeah, I'll take a ruby. Given that we have all those bombs. See, that's why it's important to know how much gems are worth, because we knew that was 800. We knew that emerald would be 800, and that if we bombed for it, that we would have enough money. Don't need to go over there. Don't need to deal with that arrow trap. We could gamble here for a parachute. Parachute's not even worth one gamble. Now, obviously, you can win money gambling, but that doesn't mean you should do it. Right, I'm going to wait for him to get up. I'm going to wait for this mole to go away. We're going to whip him. We're going to grab the gold, and we're going to leave them be. I'm going to let this bat come down to us and kill it. Nice and simple. Yang is below us. The gambler is above us. Here I am, stuck in the middle with rubies. Which is honestly a good place to be. Don't need to deal with some of these enemies. You know, it's very tempting to take... that was silly. That was just a jump. Anytime you jump off a ledge, you get yourself... I don't know why it is, but anytime you jump off a ledge in Spelunky, it's always just a slightly... it's always slightly too high and you take damage. It's the Spelunky curse. You know, if you can drop off 100 ledges that aren't too high, but the one time you jump, it'll be just high enough that you fall. Should have gambled. Yeah, I should have gambled. Exactly, the parachute would have saved me. Okay, we got a dark 1-4. 1-4, of course, a good level to have dark, because it's a little bit more consistent than a lot of the other levels. You know, 1-4 is pretty much the same level every time. So... Oh, he's going to get back up. Because getting hit by a throwable... That was 2 damage though, so we should be able to kill him. Getting hit by a throwable makes enemies get up quicker. Or it doesn't make enemies get up quicker, but enemies get up quicker from being hit with throwables than they do from being whipped. So, always worth bearing in mind. Oh, be careful of this guy. Jump on him as he comes off the wall. Gives you the biggest margin for error. I don't really have a preference which way we go. I feel like we never go to Volcana on the daily. It was a little bit dangerous. We got him. Beautiful. And Monty is here. What a time. Now, I'd love to get these 2 fellas at the same time. You know, we got plenty of time. Patience. Monty, I'm so sorry, my dude. That's entirely my fault. Unnecessary damage there, I'm gonna say. Monty, come over here. I think that was a different lizard. I don't think that's the one we hit, because he had more health. I think that's what threw us off. But we made it to 2-1, which is a good start. Let's get this pot. Let's throw the pot somewhere. Ooh, a rock dog. You know, I should have seen that one coming. Get up, get up, get up. Okay. We're alright. There's a rock dog and an altar. A rock dog would be nice, but is it worth potentially getting killed for? Probably not, to be honest. They will shoot at us, so we need to be mindful of that. You know, I didn't think he'd shoot at me quite that quickly, if I'm honest. Ah. How could I have any less landed on his back there? How could I have any less land? I tiptoed off the edge and somehow I was in danger. They're so like touch and go. The rock dogs. I don't know. All right, 2-1. Not the best run, but there it is. And that's going to do it for Spelunky 2. Thanks for coming by. We'll check the leaderboards. See if we're on there. No one else on there at the moment. Just Dodger Diver, who we managed to get past. So I guess that's something. Anyone else who is on my friends list? Get out there and get it done. I want to see you get past 2-1, because you should be able to do that. I made a bit of a mess of that last level. I'm still not comfortable with Volcana. We need to spend more time playing around in Volcana. The lava is just such an unpredictable factor. I think, like, it's weird. I feel like I've seen a lot of players say, oh, Volcana is just easier. And maybe it is if you just want to get through it and not do anything, but I feel much safer exploring the jungle, even though there's a lot of hidden hazards in the jungle. Whereas Volcana is mostly very obvious, visible hazards. I feel like the thing with Volcana is a lot of things are, like, spikes don't move around, the lava moves around. You know, you can destroy spikes, but if you try and, if lava gets blown up, it's going to go everywhere. It's going to possibly make impassable terrain. There are collapsing platforms in Volcana, which can make it impossible to get back. There's the drop smashy spheres that break things. Again, makes it... There's a lot of things in Volcana that can get you in a basically unsalvageable situation. Whereas the jungle might be more hazardous minute to minute, but you can almost always make it back. Like, I feel like it's much more traversal friendly, which I prefer. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. You've got to head off. Well, we're ending now anyway, Martin. Are you streaming later? Is that I don't know what your plan is. Will there be a Martin stream tonight? Either way, you should check out Kenneth Second. He had an incredible battle with Nemesis yesterday in Resident Evil 3 Remastered, or Remake, I guess. Resident Evil 3 Remake. It was a hell of a showdown. That final fight at the end of that game is some bullshit, is what I will say. But it was good fun to watch him make it through. And a bit of Hitman coming. So if you want to see some Hitman 2, twitch.tv/KennethDies_second. That's 2ND. In the meantime, I'll catch you all later. Thanks very much for coming and hanging out. Thanks for checking out the YouTube archive if you're doing that, or indeed the Twitch archive. I'll see you all very soon. Cheers!